Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. Today I'm doing a little get ready with me for, this was Liam's birthday. I'm going to do my hair and I'm also going to do my makeup with you guys. So yeah, hope you enjoy this little video. So I start off with my hair and I'd say it's about like 80-90% dry, but I basically go back through and I used the GHD like mousse, the hold mousse, and I kind of run that all the way through. Then I go in with this, like, I think it's a TONI and Guy. It's like a salt spray. I've recently used this and I find it holds my curls a little bit better, so I've been enjoying using that when I've been using my AIRWRAP. I then make some funny faces and I go back over and kind of just set it all in by using the heat. I don't fully let my hair dry. I'd say again, from when it was at the start to now, it's probably similar kind of dryness. I have started using both barrels when air wrapping my hair. So I go between the thick and the thin. And then I'm going to be taking some hairspray and kind of hairspraying every go. What I should have really done is kind of brushed out my hair before I air wrapped, but I didn't and it survived. I then have some like Velcro rollers. So once I have gone around and air wrapped, I kind of put it into rollers. These are really old rollers. I need to get some new ones, but they do the job. And yeah, I just kind of go around my head. I do use the cold shot, and as you can see, I'm kind of like holding the air wrap. That's because I have like loads of baby hairs and the kind of frizz, so I find that if I kind of like hold it, it just works better for me, and I feel like it doesn't like frizz my hair up as much. I try and get quite close to the roots. And yeah, as you can see, I'm going in between the thicker barrel and the thinner barrel. I kind of do like one whole layer with the thinner barrel, one whole layer with the thick. I just think that gives like a nicer curl. Yeah, and I'm going also in between with, at my roots, back in with that salt spray. I really find that it just holds my curl so much better. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just finishing up around the top, and yeah, I don't have enough rollers. I really do need to get some more, so I'm just faffing around with that. And then the hair is kind of done, and I'm now gonna get into the makeup. I don't know all my shades, so I'll leave everything down below with all like the actual like shades. I go in with the ERBORIAN Skin Hero. I love this. When my skin's feeling a bit irritated, it's super soothing. So yeah, my skin has been, I've been trying a new retinol, which is, I know you've got to keep kind of going with retinol because it does kind of make your skin flare up at first, but I just needed a little bit extra soothing. Next, another primer, and this is my Hourglass Veil Primer. This actually mattified my skin quite a lot. I don't remember necessarily doing this when I've used it previously. Maybe it is because my skin's just a bit drier with that new retinol. It wasn't like super drying, but yeah, I just found that my skin went quite matte. Next, another primer. We've got my iconic blurring primer. It's one of my favourites. I always love how my makeup wears on top of it. I do think it's blurring, and I think it, like, if I don't wear it, I notice a difference. To add some more glow back in my skin, I'm going in with my e.l.f. And I think this is in shade 2. I'm very pale at the moment. I've literally not seen any sun in a long time. So this is a bit dark on me. But when I do have a bit of colour in the summer, this just adds a bit of like life back into my skin. But yeah, I'm just going in with a brush with this and kind of just working this around my face. I love primers. I love what they all individually do. I think they all do different things. And I feel like, yeah, I've just prepped my skin the best for what I'm like for makeup. Next, I'm going in with the KYLIE foundation. I am still figuring out this foundation. Sometimes when I wear it, I love it, and sometimes I'm not sure. I think it actually is very mattifying over time. Like when you first put it on, it's got this like glow. Then my powders stay very matte on top of this. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, a few times that I have worn it, I've just found that my makeup stays matte for a very long time. And sometimes I like it as you wear your makeup for it to kind of like settle in and glow a bit more. So I did like how my makeup turned out, but I probably need to just switch up for my next like glam moment. Next, we've got my favourite NYX concealer, and this is just to add a bit more coverage. I love the consistency of this. I think Liam's talking to me. I love the consistency of this. I really find it's just stunning. So yeah, I kind of add this where I would normally add concealer, just because I really like how my skin looks with it on. This one is I think it's the light shade, which is basically my skin colour. I do have the lighter shade to highlight, but I like to go in with that skin colour tone. This is my Hourglass concealer. I love this a lot. I really love the coverage. I love how it wears. I like the tone. I find that it's like a true kind of neutral. It's not like too yellow. It gives me the coverage that I want without feeling heavy. It's just, yeah, really, really good. And I kind of dot it round my mouth and nose where I tend to lose coverage the quickest. And then just, yeah, a little bit under the eyes, just to kind of brighten and lift. And yeah, I'm going in between brushes and sponge. I like to use both. I think with my foundation I used the brush first, then the sponge. And I've started actually wetting my sponge with my setting spray. And I really like that. I feel like it locks everything in like extra. This is my Milk contour stick in Toasted. Yeah, just contouring and just really, really blending out. Kind of like patting and just working that into my skin. I love the tone of this. And this is kind of like contour and bronze in one. Because the tone is like warm enough for me, but also like cool enough that I can do that. I think I had F1 on in the background, so I'm also giving that a little eye up, I think, when I'm looking at the telly. Next, I'm going back in with a bit more contour because I just wanted to look like really snatched. I hate those like puffy things that are on the end of everything. Yeah, this is the e.l.f. one, and it's just such a lovely colour to add definition. And yeah, it kind of went down my face. I'd done it a few times and wanted to like almost slim down my face, so I kind of went a bit lower with that lighter colour. I wouldn't do that with the Milk, but the e.l.f. is such a light colour that you can do that. And I did a little contour on my nose. Probably talking to Liam again about something. And yeah, just blending all of that in, making sure everything is like super, super seamless. Next, I've got my P. Louise blush, and I think this is in Ballet Slipper. And I kind of put it in the palm of my hand and let it warm up and then buff it out with a brush. I love this tone. It looks a bit pinker or like brighter on camera than it does in real life. In real life, it's this kind of like soft, like baby pink, but like not obvious blush, and I just like it for like my glam days. Powder, we're going with trusty HUDA. I trust that HUDA powder with my life, and my Trigwell powder puff, and I'm just kind of working it around the face. I don't really bake, I just kind of push in powder with the puff. My camera did die and I didn't bring a spare battery, so I've kind of gone away, powdered my face, and I've also added a bit of powder bronzer. I used my VIEVE like face palette. So that is kind of like the powder section. Next, for my eyes, we go in and I put a base down with my VIEVE eye wand. Oh, I had also gone and done my brows too, which is literally the same as I do my brows in nearly every single makeup tutorial. I use a brow gel. I think I used the NYX one. And then I go in with my Kosas Airbrow. And then I think I did go in with a pencil and just like really defined underneath. So we've put the eye base down and I'm creating a kind of shape with shadow. You'll see I'm creating kind of like a C shape on my eye. I'm using my nude palette from Beauty Bay. Yeah, and I'm just tracing this shape with like a lighter shadow just around the kind of crease of my eye. I really like doing an eye shape like this. I have hooded eyes, so it means I'm creating something a bit funky. It's super quick and easy to do, and yeah, it just suits my eye shape. I've done it in like different colours, and yeah, I'm just going in with shadows and just making sure that all just kind of like looks right, like the shape looks right. And I follow that underneath with all the same tones and kind of like join it up. I always like to go underneath. I like quite a smoky, grungy look. And yeah, super happy with the shape. That's kind of how I want it. And yeah, just kind of defining that with shadow. I then take a lighter shade and just pop that in the middle, just to really kind of make sure I've got shadow on the eye. You could do like a different colour if you were doing this. You could use a really, really bright colour. Next, I'm going in with the Made by Mitchell glaze, and this is in Silver Fox, I think. And I'm using a more of a detailed brush and just adding shimmer along that kind of like neutral line that I've created. And kind of just buffing it out. They don't have a lot of base, like they do have a base. Like you'll see that as the light shifts on my eye, you do see like a silver tone, but it just adds this really nice shimmer and kind of cools down. The glitter's super reflective, and I also run that under the eye too. I love a bit of glitter, especially if I'm getting glam. I just think a little bit of glitter suits, just fits the vibe. Yeah, and as you can see, this is so easy. Like, I didn't have lots of time to get ready, so I just needed a kind of like a statement eye that didn't take me like too long. Next, in my waterline, I think I am putting espresso or coffee from VIEVE, one of the eye ones. And I'm just with a detailed brush running that through my waterline and also along the top, but only on like the lash line, just to really like deepen it up, just to add a little something around my eye. And yeah, as you can see, there's that soft kind of shimmer. Yeah. So again, my camera, I was having to like charge my camera, then use it. So here I have mascara. I use the Refine mascara, and then I put on some little half lashes. But as you can see, it just, when my eyes are relaxed, you don't really see it. It just kind of looks like a wing detail. But when my eyes are like lifted, you kind of see this like shape. Yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. And for lips, I've gotten with my Maybelline Gone greyish lip liner, which is one of my favourites. I love the formula. I love the tone. I do wish it was a little less pink. Like, I think it's a really lovely, like, the coolness is nice, but it's just a tiny bit, like, purpley pink. So I do go over it with my KYLIE lip liner in Stone, which isn't my favourite formula, but I love the tone. It's not as creamy as I would like. It is creamy, and it still wears really lovely. But yeah, I really like creamy lip liners. Now I'm going in with my NARS. This is like really like a powder matte lipstick, and I was going to declutter it, but I've been really trying to use it, and I really love the colour of this. I think it is like the perfect tone for those lip liners. And then over the top I've got this like tinted balm, which is in like a brown shade from H&M, which just kind of, again, I do like pinky tones on my lips, but I like it to be more of like a neutral pink than like a pink. So I kind of mix cool tone browns and cool tone pinks to kind of custom make my own lip. Next, we're taking out my hair, and I probably could have been less aggressive with this, but we literally had like 10 minutes to go. And yeah, I said I had rollers in my hair and wasn't dressed. So this was kind of get the rollers out as quick as possible. But as you can see, everything is kind of stayed like curly-whirly. I just find that putting it in curlers does make it last just that little bit longer. I probably need to be a bit better at it and probably be a bit more precise, but it does the job. And these curls, it didn't stay this curly, but they definitely did stay all evening. I got home and I definitely still had a curl in my hair, and I kind of just brush it through. I do wish I'd had a comb, because I probably shouldn't be using that kind of brush, but it was fine. It didn't do too much, like didn't flatten them out. And yeah, just giving them a good old shake out. I really love my makeup. It was like subtle, but like glam. It was a statement, but like not too much. And yeah, really liked how my hair turned out. And like I said, it did stay all night. It definitely dropped, but yeah. Yeah, really liked how everything turned out. I just wanted like a kind of like a pretty glam with a bit of a statement. I didn't want anything too crazy. Hope you liked this little glow up. And yeah, I'll see you again super soon.